All right, hey everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. So, we're going to look at silver tonight, and then we'll look at a few other things. But, silver, oh my gosh, this is the heartbreaker, right? It never does what anybody wants. It should be at $50 an ounce, right? Well, believe it or not, we actually have a pretty solid setup here into the end of the year. Now, the daily squeeze is not that impressive. So, here's the daily chart. We got a 1-dot squeeze here. That being said, well, first of all, let's check out the 4-hour squeeze. So beautiful 4-hour squeeze here. This is like one of my favorite patterns. You got a nice kind of a cup and handle with a squeeze. Oh my gosh. So, the idea here that we could get a pop in silver, but then it's also supported by larger time frames. So if we go to the 3-day squeeze, okay, we got a nice action here. Oh, and by the way, the 2-day squeeze has already fired, all right? So that's already kind of fired, and it's just kind of gathering up steam here. This is what I call kind of the firecracker effect. If the 4-hour goes and that sets off the daily, which sets off the 2-day, in this case the 2 days already gone, which sets off the 3, 4, boom, boom, boom. And those can get pretty exciting because it's like a chain reaction. 3-day squeeze here looks solid. And again, this is to me, 24 here is actually a pretty good target. Again, not a super exciting trade, right? But it's one of those things. What's nice is that SLV is which we'll look at, but you can, it's super liquid and it's cheap, so you can, get a bunch of cheaper calls and stuff like that. So a $2 move actually is pretty interesting. And then if you trade futures, of course, silver certainly can put hair on your chest. 4-day squeeze here looks great. We got this nice kind of a move, bull flag, or about to fire, all that kind of stuff. And then if we look at the month or the weekly, the weekly squeeze here looks great as well. And then the monthly has been kind of nasty, but it's just turned, so now the momentum technically is positive. So again, all this is just setting up for what could be a pretty interesting trade into the end of the year, especially with all of the data and everything like that that's coming out. So then if we come back here to the daily chart, and then what I want to do here then is just look at SPY. So for SPY, we're kind of at the uncle point here where we've had we had the big sell-off, and then, we're at 350 SPY. Here we are now back at 400. Huge move in the S&Ps. But what's interesting right here is that we're at the 200, and bearishness is at like an all-time high. The amount of people who are bearish on the stock market, according to the surveys and stuff like that, is like near a record, and the amount of people that think we're going into a recession is at a record, like 3 times as high as prior as 2008. And by 2008, I mean like when people were getting surveyed in early 2007. The amount of people that thought we were going into recession was a third of what it is now. So that means, it's a record. And when I see stuff like that, I just find that the crowd is typically wrong. And so I'm looking at this going like, yeah, I agree here. There's no reason for the stock market to rally, except for the fact if everybody's bearish and everybody's short, I think we're going to get a surprise rally into the end of the year, believe it or not. It's just the opposite of last year. So last year, everybody, and it was record bullishness, right? Everybody was long, nothing to worry about, okay? If everybody's long, there's no one else left to buy, what happens? Blah, blah, blah. So now we're in a situation where we've got kind of the opposite, where now here, everybody is short, everybody, quote unquote, assumes we're going to roll over and die. So I just think that they need to get their heads ripped off first. Maybe we get to 420, and then we get into January, and then we'll see. So anyway, I just look at that as more of a shorter term kind of an anomaly. And while I agree that we aren't out of the woods yet, I do think that the markets tend to punish people when they get too complacent, and right now bears are too complacent. All right, hope it helps. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you at the next update.
Hey, John here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, comment down below and let us know what topic you want to see us cover next. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get notified when we release new videos. And if you want to watch us trade in real time using our own money, go to simplertrading.com and learn how to sign up. Good trading, and we'll see you next time.